It's still March the 17th, 2024, and it's still early in the morning. It's about, what time is it? Actually, it's not early in the morning anymore. It's actually 10 o'clock, 9:56 a.m. Eastern Time. As you can see, we do have we do have TV dinners under also after food for cooking purposes. But anyway, so I need to explain a bit further. I said yes to slavery in Europe, and the descendants of the slaves and their descendants. We allowed them to become the Protestants, the early Protestants. They were entered into Freemasonry in secret. That's how they became the Quakers and the Pilgrims and so forth. I brought them to America. As Columbus, I ordered all of that. I ended the slavery in Europe of the original ethnicities of Central and Western Europe, the original natives of Central and Western Europe, who were forced into slave-like conditions, subordinates and contracted indentured servants of the royal and tribal authorities back then. Okay, and I ordered their initiation into Freemasonry in secret. They became the Calvinists. They became the Protestants. Okay, they ended up in Holland. They ended up in Great Britain. This is not theory at all. This is actually secrets. That's the truth. Okay, I had no other choice. That's the only way to. We had to transfer Freemasonry and the secrets of the universe and God Jesus Christ to America. Okay. And yes, as I was Abraham, I was honestly Abraham. I was Adam, but also I was Abraham, Father Abraham. Okay, so I was Jewish, and so the Egyptian royal family from the very get-go had Jewish blood in them. It was a deal made in heaven. As Abraham, for the most part, I wrote the tenets, the original foundational tenets of the two houses of Jehovah Eloi. Okay, Jehovah and Allah, God, myself. Okay, so Jacob and Ishmael, they were really my sons, and I created two factions of the same concept of religion, concept of truth. Okay, hidden or supplemented by puzzles, giving human beings the opportunity to figure out what is right and wrong on their own, based on the guidelines consistently provided within those respective factions of one singular religion. They diverted per my guidelines, per my orchestration, into Judaism and Islam. But I was Abraham, and the royal family of Egypt. We always knew that the secret was that we are secretly Jews of Assyrian covers. Okay? We were lighter skinned, compared to some of the converted Jews of Egypt. But we were originally light-skinned Jews in Mesopotamia, Assyrian stock. So we were the original Jews. Okay? So, but the Jewish community in Egypt was completely multi-ethnic. There were Assyrian-looking Jews, and there were bronze Egyptian-looking Jews. We made it a multicultural Egypt. That's how it survived for 5,000 years without being challenged by the higher universes. Things were not perfect in Egypt, but it was more advanced than you think. After I ordered the pyramids built, I actually did the design myself, and folks in heaven, my father and computer programmers, my father himself and his brothers and so forth, they allowed the Jewish population to be contracted as cultural slaves of the Egyptian society. Always a trick. But anyway, we built the pyramids, and it was purported that the Jews actually were the slaves who built the pyramids. And we had to be okay with that. We had to be okay with the Jews being the underclass, perceived underclass, for thousands of years. Okay? And they secretly knew that Pharaoh and his royal family are Jewish in secret. So fear not. Just be humble. The day is coming. We're going to give the Jewish people their own kingdom in Israel. And it's going to be the most powerful kingdom in the world. It's going to eventually create the most powerful religion in the world. And Christianity is that religion. It is completely Judaistic. Okay? Christianity is simply Reformed Judaism. That's all Christianity is. Reformed and intellectualized Judaism. Okay? So that was always the secret. I was always secretly Jewish as Pharaoh. Even as Pharaoh Ramses, when I freed Moses and I was the greatest actor ever in parting the waters in secret and in allowing Moses to shock the whole royal family with me acting completely scared and confused. I was Jewish, and Moses was told that we were Jewish, the royal family, we were all Jewish. We were just lying to the mass Egyptian population who enjoyed being of the popular culture. Okay, so but anyway, but yeah, so I had to allow slavery in Egypt, and we gave Israel its own country. I killed Egypt, and I reincarnated as Jesus Christ, as King David in Israel. Okay, after taking a few tours elsewhere on the planet and starting different empires. So I reincarnated as King David in Judea, in Israel, and so forth. Okay? But, yes, so it's part of the narrative. So yeah, the Jews have ran the banking systems of Europe for thousands of years, ever since the creation of the Roman Empire. Okay, the Roman Empire protected the former slaves, the former underclass, the former oppressed, as the minority power over Europe, the children of Jesus Christ, or the tribe of Jesus Christ. That's what they were known as, the Jews in Europe. Okay, it's not a joke. It's actually the truth. And the royal family of Europe, especially Western and Central Europe, they're all my descendants. They really are. Okay? So, yeah. So that's the secret too. The Mary Magdalene and the Sarah jokes, those are not jokes. Those are real. As Jesus Christ in Nazareth, Mary Magdalene was my wife, and I only had one daughter, biological daughter. As Jesus Christ of Nazareth, my original avatar, my human body is Christ in Nazareth. I only had one daughter, Sarah. And she is reincarnated as my daughter, my soul daughter right now, as Shawn Dexter John. Keisha Williams, originally born Keisha John. She's Sarah. Okay? The royal family in Europe are her descendants. Okay? So that's no longer top secret to a lot of folks, but that's the truth. Okay? So her half-brother, Tom Hanks, actually her uncle, half-brother and uncle, Tom Hanks, revealed that to the world. In heaven, that's a half-brother and uncle. Tom Hanks. And that's my son. Okay? So, that's the truth. So, what else am I supposed to speak on? Okay, well, that's going to be it for the time being. If I do provide more later today, then so be it. But yeah, so yeah, I was born in 1985, January 13, 1985, in the Commonwealth of Dominica, soon to be declared an associate state of the United States. I am a naturalized United States citizen, but obviously I'm of an exception. I was adopted by my stepmother, officially adopted by my stepmother, who married my dad. So I could have claimed natural-born United States citizenship based on contemporary arguments. And yes, Tess and Clay John, they were the consistent Pharaoh and Queen of Egypt, delivering Pharaoh myself